Hi, I'm Maryellen Gleason, the interim president and CEO of Solve ME, and I'm here today with Carol Head, the former president and CEO of Solve. And I had the good fortune to work with Carol both before and after she was the president and CEO, and especially now since she's transitioned to become a very active board member. Because Carol has MECFS, she's helped open my eyes to the challenges of living with the disease and the complexity of the obstacles we face in our search for treatments and a cure. Her passion for the cause is typical of our board members, and I have been truly impressed by their leadership and their sincerity and their deep commitment to Solve ME and our mission. Since joining Solve ME earlier this year, I've learned a great deal about how important it is for us to fight for people with MECFS on a federal level in order to effect real change in how this disease is understood and informed and how we can defeat it. Carol, I know that you represented Solve ME on the NIH's National Advisory Neurological Disorders and Stroke NANDS Council Working Group for MECFS. Can you talk today about what that work meant to you and why it's important that we represent the MECFS community with a seat at the NIH table?
Sure. Thanks, Mary Ellen. I considered myself fortunate to serve on that working group and to play a role in forming its official report, which was unanimously approved just this last September. We in the ME community have long pushed for overdue, tangible, specific action from the NIH, and this working group delivered it. This document represents the first ever comprehensive federal roadmap for bringing the awesome power and resources of the NIH to focus on ME. By unanimously agreeing to the very well-informed and highly targeted report, the powerful NANDS Council agreed to 6 things. First, create a comprehensive ME research strategic plan. 2, form an interagency group to increase research cooperation between relevant federal stakeholders. With much more power than CFS, this new group will include representation from the other federal agencies. We've long needed powerful integration among the work of these federal agencies. Third, it will orchestrate extensive outreach to solicit new MECFS research grant applications. Fourth, it facilitates basic and clinical research. 5, brings new researchers into the MECFS field, including early career investigators. And last, it will raise awareness and decrease stigma of the disease among researchers and healthcare providers. This is the kind of work that must occur if we are to better see progress than we've seen in the last 30 years with MECFS. The NIH is moving forward for ME. You know, it's unprecedented in the history of MECFS for a federal agency to produce such a comprehensive roadmap for the future of research, and with such well-defined targets, mechanisms, and identification of research gaps. This report from the task force, on which both I and our Dr. Sadie Whitaker served, has already had an impact beyond the NIH. When we were in DC with Congress, we shared this report with key MECFS congressional supporters who were very pleased with the progress that the report represented. Those in Congress recognized that NIH commitment does not come lightly, and it strengthened our hand. That's why it's crucial that Solve ME continues to take a leadership role with the NIH and with Congress, providing insight and ensuring accountability. You know, having a seat at the table on a federal level is how we will change the MECFS landscape. This is a both-and situation. Federal work will never be fast enough for those of us who understand the depth of pain and suffering from ME, and at the same time, this work simply must be done in order to bring NIH resources to bear for ME. And we can't do any of this work without your support. Solve ME is in the midst of a $1.5 million triple match challenge, which means that every dollar we raise between now and December 31 will be triple matched up to a total of $1.5 million. So if you donate $50 today, Solve ME receives $150. Your $1,000 gift will become $3,000. Think of what we can accomplish with an additional $1.5 million that we can use to send members of our team to Washington, to fund MECFS research, to maintain our global U plus ME registry and biobank, and to educate the world about MECFS. We're overwhelmed by the positive and generous response we've already received to our triple match. I hope you'll consider making a match today. Thank you so much for your support. Onward with real hope.